order the Wayne County Board of Commissioners, May 17th meeting. And our invocation today will be Commissioner Ray Mayo.
Let's pray. Father, what a privilege it is to come together today with the freedoms that we enjoy here in America. Father, we thank you for watching over this country all these years, and that, Father, that you might have an input as to our decisions that we make here on this board today for the benefit of the Wayne County citizens, that, Father, that we might make decisions based upon what your thinking is and what you say in our hearts, that we may do what's right for all the citizens of Wayne County. We do thank you, Father, for living in this country of plenty. And Father, we have many concerns about the future of our country and its citizens, but Father, we know that you're in control. That, Father, you tell us in your word that you are the first and the last. You will make the final decision. We thank you for our militaries, our people that scatter throughout this world. We thank you for our first responders, all our emergency and firemen, policemen, sheriff's department that keep us safe on a daily basis. Father, bless us as we continue this meeting. These things I ask in your name. Amen.
Amen. And Commissioner Aycock will lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we've got approval of the minutes for May 3rd on the Board of Commissioners. Board of Equalization and Review, April the 19th and May 3rd. And the Wayne County Board of Adjustment for May 3rd. So I need a motion for approval.
Motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. And unanimously approved. Any adjustments on the agenda?
Mr. Chairman, we have one under the consent agenda. We're going to add item number 5, which is a proclamation in support of Asthma Awareness Month. And Ms. Wilson is giving y'all a copy of that to add to the agenda.
Okay, and that's all of the adjustments. Okay, on the appointment committee?
Yes, we have a few. We met this morning. We'd like to recommend the appointment of Geraldine Sherrard to the Wayne County Adult.
Okay, we have a motion. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, unanimously approved.
Next, we'd like to recommend the reappointment of Brent Hill, Ed Cromartie, and Ray Mayo to the Goldsboro Wayne Transportation Authority. I'll put that in the form of a motion.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, that was unanimously approved.
Next, we'd like to recommend the reappointment of John L. Pippin to the Wayne County Public Library Board of Advisors, and I'd like to put this in the form of a motion.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Unanimously approved.
Next, we'd like to recommend the reappointment of Irvin Watts and Miles Kelly to the Wayne County ABC Board, and I'd like to put this in form of a motion.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, unanimously approved.
And our last one, we'd like to recommend the appointment of Miles Kelly as the Wayne County ABC Board Chairman, term beginning July 1 for 1 year. I'll put this in form of a motion.
Okay, we've got a motion on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, unanimously approved. You all are rather busy today.
Yes.
Thank you. We now are going under unfinished business. We need a motion to name the service road from NC 581 South to NC State Road 1237 Community Drive.
All right, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Gurley.
I'd like to make a motion to place the following names in the hat for the purpose of naming the service road from NC 581 South to Community Drive. And following names are Isaac Smith Road, Smith Phillips Road, Asa Drive, Morris Lee Drive, and Emmett Neal Road.
Okay, we have all of those that are being placed in the construction hat that the clerk has. And we're gonna place them in the hat. We're gonna mix them all up. And I think they wanted to get your photo as you're pulling this name out of the hat. There we go. All right, the name of this road after 3 months is now, if you'll read that out for us. Oops. Go right ahead.
Isaac Smith Road.
I think there's somebody in the audience that's happy. Isaac Smith Road. Thank you so much. That was really interesting. All right, so now, have we done that properly, made the motion and everything? And okay. We're moving on, under the consent agenda.
Yeah, you gotta approve it.
We got to approve the motion.
We do have to approve the motion. Okay, let's back up here. We have a motion on the floor to name this road Isaac Smith Road. Any discussion? Being none?
Other than Chip, make it happen before 5 o'clock.
Okay. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Okay, unanimously approved, Isaac Smith Road. Okay, under consent agenda, Mr. Wood.
We have 5 things there. The first is, this is the annual audit contract with Nunn, Brashear, and Uzell. As I said previously, we have a 3-year agreement with them, and that 3-year agreement spelled out the amount. This contract is in keeping with that, so everything's ready to go with it. Number 2 and 3 is the Appointment Awareness Month.
Okay. Any discussion on the consent agenda? I need a motion for approval.
So move.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to approve consent agenda. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand. And so we unanimously approve consent agenda. Under new business, Mr. Crumpler, Wayne County Internet Broadband Initiative and Survey Presentation.
Yes, sir. The county's initiative here is to identify underserved areas in the county with internet access and work to attract internet service providers in offering expanded service and a higher speed option. What is broadband internet connection? It's another term for the bandwidth, or the amount of data that you can process or access through a connection. The more bandwidth you are able to access, the more information that you can utilize. You can send or receive from your computer or your device. Also, it does not take up a phone or modem connect. Essential services that use education, public safety, or running a business. So imagine being in some of these areas that are underserved in our county for bandwidth and trying to operate a business or home with multiple children in it, trying to complete their homework, research of that, being able to internet this area. Internet important, it becomes access to essential services, businesses and residents to provide. And what we want, go.com, do our and survey, we'll get that and we'll return that to the information people. We got internet to improve our consent. We've done radio, they're running on our TV station, copies of the students in Wayne County running a project, and we're looking to get to us. And a paper copy of this, and we'll collect that and tag me at my office, and fill out a survey over the phone. And this survey will be available to July the 1st, results to try this.
The media's here and they're going to restore areas in the county, and you've heard me hoping that we'll take this seriously. What everybody does need to know, counties, and this is a major help. I've asked the chambers and the agricultural communities, people take advantage of this opportunity. Home if you live in outlying areas.
Mr. Vernon.
Yes, there, Mr. Cuss. Is it on?
It's not currently county coverage of some entire amount of coverage, of bandwidth that'll stream access the internet.
Does it illustrate the bandwidths? Okay.
I'm gonna put that,
So I will put that on our website, on the planning website. But it doesn't generalized map, it doesn't show service that people are getting.
As Keith
Yes.
brought to us, it was,
Yeah.
tell this it that way.
It's color coded, it is a map, allow us, that's a copy of a map, you know, we utilize that. When people fill out that survey, and we can take that address and location on the map, so it'll show the critical areas that you get the most results in. And the more results we have, the better our argument is to the state, so that they can negotiate with ISPs.
and that's critical. That
Yes.
People need to understand, if they don't reply to this survey, this is our one chance almost to try to get internet out here in the county. And they really need to log in and complete the survey, because we need to have we would need to have 2,000 to 3,000 respondents on the survey in order to justify the investment of the private company coming in to provide the service.
That is correct.
So, Commissioner Mayo.
Some of the information that I found is, and it may be the same site that you can go to, is the state website, broadband@nc.gov. When I went and looked at that, it's more understandable, Commissioner Pate, as to the coverage, and you can click on it and it'll show you what Wayne County is, as far as all coverages, you know.
Yes, they do have an interactive map, whereas ours is just a paper version
Yeah.
of the same map.
Yeah.
Okay, Commissioner Acott.
Well, you know, and I'm quite sure you've already talked with our people for the county TV station and Facebook and.
Oh, yes.
And
It's on Facebook, on Twitter, it's on the TV station, we're running public PSAs on all the radio stations and
okay,
stuff.
all right.
Commissioner.
Well, I figured you had all that covered, but I just want to make sure.
Okay, Commissioner Bell.
Will this cover Seven Spring also?
It's countywide.
Okay.
I contacted the mayor down there to make sure he let everybody know
Yeah.
about it.
All right, one final point I do want to make before we close this one on out. I want to commend Commissioner Pate, because he's been working on this for some time behind the scenes and reaching out to the state and so forth, and we're finally moving into the survey area.
Well, really, Chip's doing the work now, and I really
Chip's doing
appreciate
that
it, you
now.
know, but, like, Commissioner Mayo and I saw a presentation a couple of years ago in Louisiana, it made it worthwhile to go.
Yeah.
That this was possible, and it's been done in other states, in other counties already in North Carolina, so we're not blazing a trail here, it's just
Right.
something not a lot of people have been doing.
That's right.
If we had all
Thanks, Chip.
flatlands, we learned that in Louisiana, that out of Nebraska, for example, where the land's flat, they were putting enhancers on water towers. You know, and reaching out 30 and 40 miles, you know, into the rural areas.
We hope that's what they can do here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Moving on here to the approval of North Landing. Mr. Cropper, I
Yes,
think
sir.
you got a presentation on
Yes,
that.
sir. You'll see the subdivision plat there on the screen. It's North Landing, Section 3, final. The owner-developer is Cambridge Farms Incorporated. The surveyor is B.R. Carnegie. It's located in the Stony Creek Township off of Church of God Road. It consists of 20 through 29 and lots 31 through 64, so a total of 41 lots. You're probably wondering why the lot numbers are split up. They lost some lots due to having off-site septic lots required. It consists of 41 lots, one open space area along the creek back there, extension of existing street of North Landing Drive, and two new streets, Northfield Drive and Northfield Place. It's located off of Church of God Road, which is SR 1574, 1/2 mile east of its intersection with Sawston Road, which is SR 1572. It is zoned for height restrictions in the county. It is an average lot size of 23,183 square feet. The building lots will utilize public water. The property is shown within the rural enclave area on the growth strategy map for Wayne County. Improvements are completed. An NCDOT built to standards letter has been received from the DOT, and the developer has signed a statement on the plat regarding the maintenance of the street and right-of-way until accepted onto the state secondary road system. The property is within the following service areas: CBA High School, North Wayne Middle, Northeast Elementary. Belfast Patetown Sanitary District will provide water. Patetown Fire Department will provide fire. It will be serviced by EMS Station 5. It is within the Goldsboro MPO for transportation planning. There are no water supply watersheds on site. There is not within a voluntary ag district. There are no wetlands present, and it is within Board of Commissioners District 5.
And at large.
And at large, that's correct. The Wayne County Planning Board recommended that plat be approved.
I make a motion we approve this plat, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion on the motion of approval? All those in favor, signify by approve. Is on hospitals.
Good morning. We have budget amendment number 438, and this is for our hospitalization funds. And this is to transfer funds from our general fund into our hospitalization fund to cover the increased cost. And this is consistent with the Mark III report you received earlier with the projected increase we are having in our insurance plan. It is for $600, and we are moving it out of Fund 110, which is our general fund, into hospitalization.
Any comments? Do I have a motion to approve the budget amendment?
So moved.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor signify by raising your right hand.
Thank you.
We've approved it. To the one that signed up today for public comment, we will be, is really another manager.
A few things is, I wanted to let y'all know, authorize an engineer to do on the street assessments, Canterbury Creek. We have done that. I want his help on that. Hired an SEPI on that out of Raleigh, and that study is underway. So have those received as y'all public scheduled for June 21 on that. Yeah. Wanted to let you know the budget is completed. Actually, minor thing, and then we'll be done with it. Done on Thursday, so that should allow us to then have it ready for the special meeting on May the 24th. Budget, and just wanted
Well, I was
special
thinking to
meeting.
say, since we got a little time today, you can go ahead and present it
Yeah, we
today.
can go
if you
ahead
like.
today, yeah. Still got a few little things to
Okay,
clean
all
up.
right.
Okay. But I think you'll be very pleased with it. It's a solid budget. We're very comfortable with it, and look forward to presenting it to you. Be aware that we had an architecture on, much finalized, everybody back with us with some, and then on those 4 items, and pretty much that puts the design of the building to bed. They are looking at ways to trim the cost, and that was part of the meeting yesterday was for that. And these 4 items are also things that we're considering on that. We just wanted some more information on. So once we have that, we hope, I believe that's early next week, we'll knock that out, and then she's ready to go to full design. This is the 75% design, right. This pretty much locks the project down up with a point. So, 3 of y'all were there.
Didn't TA11 say they would have the bidders by sometime in late June?
Yes, have the site work contract. I believe we should have that to you for your June 21st meeting to vote and accept that contract. And once you do that, we can have a groundbreaking anytime after that. We'd like to schedule that for sometime in late June with that.
You want to coordinate with the Maxwell?
That's correct, and I was gonna give Don Pike a call so they can coordinate the ceremony.
So our plan is, again, the first contract will be on June 21, and that'll be the notice to proceed. We're getting the 2% funding under our contract with the city.
Yeah, what would you say the trigger on that is?
The trigger is the notice to proceed.
Notice to?
After
We
you
want
go
to.
back, we send the contractor a notice to proceed letter, so
I'm sure you will.
and it will go out. Okay.
Deliver it personally to Chip.
Okay, the last thing, I just want to remind all of you that we do have county assembly, and the program actually, the registration program starts at 9. Try to leave here in the morning. Do y'all want to go later than that?
No.
Right, I don't get stuck in that building again.
We're gonna park on the street. I don't want. That's right. That's right. So, to remind y'all of that, and with that, I think that's everything I have.
Is there anyone that's driving separately tomorrow? You won't? Okay. So we're gonna meet, in the parking lot over here at the Board of Elections.
Just meeting right out here, we'll be ready. 7:30.
Okay, anyone, have any questions of the, hey, first comment?
Mr. One brief, probation parole lab, and it's been, now, the reason I'm bringing this up, probation and parole is in the same bill, separate. Over the past years, juveniles, which is illegal, and up to, it's where they get the juvenile entry, rather than the parole.
Okay, we'll get that. Chairman, if I could, I did forget one thing.
Okay.
Make y'all aware, we have had several good meetings, the chairman of the school board, and the way we left that was the superintendent and I are supposed to get together and work on his facilities plan. They're doing the plan, and I'm working with them on figuring out how to pay for it. But we should have something to you, I would say, within the next couple of weeks on that.
Okay, Commissioner, okay.
Let me finish that.
Okay.
The reason that lift have not been fixed, it's an old lift, and it's been hard to get parts to repair it, so I just didn't want you to think that we just dropped the ball. It's not that.
Hopefully, we won't have to buy a new one. Commissioner Acock.
Briefly, on May the 5th, we all, most of us attended the National Day of Prayer luncheon out at Faith Church. Really appreciate the different churches in the community participated in this. I know we did on 4th. Citizens in the churches for doing this national. You're going to college graduate out at Love Temple Church off of Oak Forest Road. Not at that service, but total for college, we had in the neighborhood of 800 graduates this year, either with certificates or actually graduating from a 2-year degree. And I think that speaks highly. We had close to 800 certificates and in education. Also, briefly bring the board and the citizens up on selection of a new president for Wayne Community. Dr. Alverson has announced her retirement in August. The search committee has narrowed it down with Dr. Hunter to 6 candidates, and early June trustees will meet and do one-on-one those 6 candidates. And I understand that we have some real good candidates. I was not on the search committee, but I understand that we have some real good candidates from and selecting a new president and moving forward. Mr. Darty.
Okay. Commissioner Mayo.
Okay. I also attended the Faith Church prayer. And if you want to see, a lot of times we think our young people don't get it. People get it. They're dedicated in the states of America. They love the Lord. They want to do what's right. And my spirit's right. Because I see a lot of our young people, you only hear about, in the news, you hear about everything that's bad. But how often do you see young people in any church, not just Faith Church, but any church, that are doing great things? But that prayer is the only thing that's going to change this country. I do know that. I also was, not too much, but Meadow Lane School, also along with the Board of Education, and also went to Slick Creek and southern eastern Wayne. So I will say that and we're in the beginning stages on this, but I will express my concern is that I'm concerned about the funding, and I'm concerned about our debt load. And we certainly have all the information coming that will answer these questions for me. I'm not saying I'm against it, doing anything at Meadow Lane. I am saying that those are my concerns. Also had last week had a Eastern Carolina Council meeting over in New Bern, and I mentioned earlier at 8 o'clock, we had the state broadband infrastructure office presentation. And believe it or not, most of us here know Woody Brinson, who's from Duplin County. He sits on our committee, and he asked me a lot of questions because he read in the paper that Wayne County is moving to broadband and looking at void areas in our county. Look, we took 30 minutes of that meeting, just he and I, and he was asking me questions. And this director from the state was also aware of Wayne County, even though he's not directly involved. He's aware that Wayne County is taking steps forward. But here's the key. I cannot believe that in extreme eastern North Carolina and also extreme western North Carolina, we have counties that have zero broadband. I'm talking about whole counties that have zero. So there is definitely a need there. While we're talking about the Eastern Carolina Council, most of you know Judy Hills, the executive director. She has announced she's going to retire in January of 2017. She will certainly be sorely missed. And following up with Mr. Aycock real quick, Mr. Chairman, at Wayne Community College, if you haven't heard or don't know, Diane Ivey also at Wayne Community has announced her retirement in July. And so I don't know what it is. It seems like that things are coming together for our county and we're getting a lot of things accomplished, but all of a sudden we got a lot of people retiring, so go figure. But at any rate, that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Cromartie.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I also had an opportunity to be involved in the National Day of Prayer. Excellent environment, obviously an excellent learning environment for the students, and they're to be congratulated. As that subject surfaced, I thought about this past weekend at my church, and the reason that I bring that up is a young lady in my church completed her nursing degree. And that is very important for her, but I always take an opportunity to, if I get a chance to talk about how folk have all the options in the world, not just a traditional four-year college degree, but all the other opportunities in between. And I would like to say out loud that I would always want to see our local community college be highly involved in making sure that folk had opportunity and encouraged to get all the work opportunities in between, whether it be a nurse, a welder, a carpenter, heating and air conditioning, because those occupations pay real good salaries. I had an opportunity to have someone to send some information to us about what it costs to operate the watch van, and one of the costs in that was, of course, the nurse. Now, let me applaud that. It's not cheap, but all I could see was that this person who's in that van made a real good salary. And so I just want to make a pitch for that side of life. Also, I had an opportunity to tour Meadow Lane with the other commissioners, and I wanted to say to that principal out there, because I said it to her that day, I congratulated her on an excellent school environment, although there were obviously things pointed out that efficiencies and things that could be improved, but that does not take away from the fact that the principal and the staff is running the very best environment that they can, and it was a good-looking campus. Although obviously built 50 or 60 years ago, there are old features to it. The reason I elaborate on that is that there was a tour also extended to, most of the group went on to Spring Creek. I had been there several times, and it's an excellent environment, but I'm one of those old country boys like to compare apples to apples. So I took a side detour and went to see Brogdon Primary and Brogdon Middle and Southern Wayne in Region 2, in District 2. and they were built a while ago also. And to say publicly, they have some of the same deficiencies that you'll find at Meadow Lane. Restrooms opening to the outside, modular buildings on the campus. And I bring that up because I'm lobbying my fellow commissioners as a group to make sure that we go ahead and finish the game. Let's get the school system, buildings, infrastructure, electronics, let's get it all up to where it needs to be over these next few years. If we're gonna all be together, let's go get it done. And so whenever something is brought to the forefront, and sometimes it's just one school that might get some attention, but let's not leave it at that. Let's not leave it at that. Let's go look closely at all the environments and make sure we bring them all along at the same time. Thank you.
Commissioner Gurley.
Just one thing to mention, the search for the CEO of Wayne Memorial Hospital continues, and we're getting heated now, so.
Mr. Pate. Caught you napping.
No, I was looking for something, I really was. I was unable to go to the day of prayer because I'm on the Agricultural Steering Committee in ACC. And I wanted to go there for that meeting because I knew there was going to be a presentation there about solar energy. And I know Mr. Cromartie would have loved to have been there. But it was really interesting. Wayne County is in the top 15 of solar investment in the state. At the end of 2015, we were at $172 million in Wayne County, which is a substantial investment. Now, we all of us, and most of those folks that are on that committee are farmers, and they're all concerned about the use of farmland. But their argument came back was they're only using about 8% total farmland's being used. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I doubt it, but anyway. And then they had someone come in to talk about something other sensitive green project, which is the wind turbines, which I can see why people would want to do it. They make $6,000 a year off of every turbine they have, and so there's a substantial amount of money they could bring in. And the taxes in Pasco County, it happens to be that the renewables outfit that pays the most taxes, which is more than Dominion Power and Walmart. So there's a lot of tax incentive mechanics to do it. Now, having said that, I made sure that I brought up the fact that it was important that we would be very, very careful as to where we put these wind turbines and how it could impact national defense, i.e. the Dare bombing range, and how it would impact Seymour Johnson, Shaw, and Langley. And of course, you know, she assured me that everything would go through the DOD and they were protected. And I said, well, let's hope so. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that that point got brought out. And I am part of that joint land use study. I'm on that committee. And that's what I was trying to find. I think there's something going over here at City of Goldsboro. I think it's tonight. It's from 6 to 8, I believe.
You're right.
So I guess I'll be coming back to town after we have a big lunch today, and I'll go home, take a nap, come back. But anyhow, that's really all I've got for you today. I was going to mention H&H, but you've already covered that. And thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, can I make one more comment?
Yes, Commissioner.
Several of the commissioners has mentioned the youth in the county. Also, the public school system has been mentioned, and I mentioned the community college. I don't have the exact numbers, but we had several students in the public school system in Wayne County that got their 2-year college degree this week, and they will not finish high school until the end of May. I think that speaks highly for our youth. I mean, they're like Mr. Mayo says, you know, or we hear the bad things, but the youth, there's a lot of good things going on also. I mean, for a child that's in high school to get a 2-year college degree before they actually finish high school, and that speaks highly for our youth. Thank you.
Thank you. Just a few comments I want to make. We've had several meetings with the superintendent and the chairman of the school board, and I think that I need to report to you all that those meetings have been very productive. We all understand that we have got issues with our school facilities. And they did not occur overnight, and they will not be solved overnight. But we are looking forward to a proposal in the next few weeks from the school board in regards to addressing some of those more pressing issues and moving forward, hopefully on a 5-year capital improvement plan of addressing some of these other issues. It would be nice if we could wave a magic wand and have them all solved overnight, but I would urge us all to be a little patient. Some of the things that I think this board and previous boards have attempted to work and negotiate the minefields with the school board and the Board of Commissioners, and those sticking points have been primarily the better usage of facilities. And that is being addressed in this upcoming proposal, so that we can be assured and the taxpayers can be assured that those facilities are being used as best as possible. That may include some consolidation. The second thing is the funding of those capital needs. And we wanted to ensure that the funding would be first coming from those funds that were set aside for capital needs for schools first, before we addressed any supplements from the part of the local taxpayer. Those funds that are earmarked for capital improvement need to be used first. With that said, we hope to have a plan to present to the full board here within the next few weeks. Now, one other matter, and that is, as you are completing your budget over the next few weeks and actually presenting it next week, I would urge that you reach out to the facilities committee, that we can get the facilities committee to meet and prepare a capital improvement plan or adjustments to it, so that that can be rolled out at the same time as the budget. So hopefully you can reach out and see if we can get the.
We have a meeting scheduled.
You've already done that, huh? Well, good. Okay. Is there any other discussion or any other comments? If none, we are recessing. Okay, well, I have to slow down before I adjourn. We are recessing our meeting until 11 o'clock. When are we going over for lunch?
Is everybody just gonna meet there, or do you want to ride?
Yeah, we just meet there, we'll be fine.
Not coming back here for this.
No, we're not coming back here, we'll adjourn up there.
This has been a presentation by Wayne Goldsboro Television of the meeting of the Wayne County Board of Commissioners. Wayne County Commissioners meet the first and third Tuesday of each month in the Commissioners' Meeting Room on the 4th floor of the Wayne County Courthouse at 224 East Walnut Street in Goldsboro, North Carolina. For more information, the County of Wayne is online at www.waynegov.com. The mailing address is Post Office Box 227, Goldsboro, North Carolina 27533. Thank you for watching.